and 44 and Blue DevOne. He is a newbie to Minecraft. he is brand new to this world, and I'm just showing him some simple things to get him used to building. We started with a doorway. Quick, some small tutorial stuff. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna expand it on each side. I gotta give you one more thing. Well, two more things. But here. That and this. Oops. No, not that. That. Now I'm not doing anything, too fancy. Nothing fancy schmancy. Let me switch my headphones. My microphone. Because I know my other microphone is... Probably hear myself a lot better. There we go. Now that sounds better. Okay. So yeah, I'm trying to get him to, get used to building and stuff. Just want him to see what I did and try to copy it. He's having a little difficulty, but we'll bear with him because his doesn't look anything like mine. Oh, I could take it up one more, just to help the way yours looks, and show you just a little building tips to just add a little detail to what you're building, so that it's not just plain flat walls. Give it some depth. Like with the door, I can I'm gonna change the placing of the door to the inside, so that when you're on outside, the door is indented, which gives it some depth as well. Now these by no means are fancy builds, But Vaughn, the key to building in Minecraft, so that you don't frustrate yourself, is counting your blocks. And when you're gonna have something with one door, you want to have an odd number of blocks for each side, like especially the front. I mean, you can make it rectangular going back, so you can have the front be like 11 blocks going across, but then going backwards it's like 33 or whatever. You can even make it even if you want, but the front of the building, so that you can have so it can be even and look good, you always count the blocks. So you have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's 11. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out, and the 6th one you break. So now it's 5 blocks on each side. And so in the dead middle is the door, so that it's even on each side. So when you want to place windows, you can place a window in the middle, 3 blocks here, so that when you place a block there, there's 3 windows there, and then there's 3 windows here, and it ends up being even on each side. You see what I'm doing? That's not bad what you're doing. But you see what I mean? it's even on each side. It starts off with how you count your blocks when you're placing them to begin with. I counted 11. I placed 11 bricks going across the stone blocks going across, and then I counted 5 over, and then broke the 6th one. That means that's the middle, and then I placed the door there. So now each side of it is 5, and then I put the windows in the middle of the 5. You can do 3, you can do 1, because it's an odd number. You know, if it was an even number, like say if I add one more, which makes it 6, then I can essentially make it even like that, 2 and 2, so that there's the door, and then there's 2 blocks, and then there's 2 windows, and then there's 2 blocks, which works out. It's still an odd number for the whole wall going across, because the one in the middle breaks it up. There's 6 on each side. That's 12. With the one in the middle, that makes it 13. So you want to make sure that what you're building, you know, is evenly proportioned, so that it looks right. Because if it's not, then, you know, I mean, there's always exceptions. Like if you want to build a like a modern home and stuff like that, it doesn't have to be perfect. Like the house I have over there, like the windows, they're shaped different. Some they're like big windows and a medium window and a small window. Some places they're windows where there's not windows in other places, which is fine, as long as, you know, the walls are even. You can misplace your windows if you want. You just got to make it look nice. That's one tough thing a lot of people will mess up with. And rule of thumb: don't use diamond or gold blocks to build houses or buildings. Well, I mean, it depends. I would you can use it for accents, but you know, I see a lot of kids, a lot of people, they'll build their house out of diamond, and they'll think it's the coolest thing in the world. It looks, yeah, it looks so stupid. Like I had to get Christian out of doing that and Zion out of doing that, because they would build these big diamond buildings, big diamond houses, and I'm like, that looks stupid. Like it doesn't make it cool because it's diamond, man. Like it doesn't look good. It doesn't look like a house. It looks like, you know, because like my giant building, I have diamond blocks placed going up with the blue glass, stained glass, for you know, just to give it, you know, details. But you know, I didn't make a whole diamond building. Like to me, that's dumb. So yeah, with building, it's a lot of being creative, and like I said, counting blocks to make sure that things are even. Because if you don't count your blocks and know how many blocks you have to go across, when you're trying, like I like to do stuff like this, and I'll show you something real quick. I like to double stack my windows and my double stack my wall, so that I could place windows and separate the color of the wall and the inside from the outside. So like, I'm gonna do a quick wall here. I watch a lot of YouTube. Like my favorite YouTuber is Dan Lags. He plays Minecraft on PC, and he played on Xbox 360, but he started going on PC. But I get inspired by the way he builds. Like he's like real awesome at it. So it gives me a lot of I use a lot of stuff. I use a lot of stuff that he does. You know, techniques and stuff. And this is one of them, where I'm gonna have my windows on the inside. Come look at this. Yeah, I'm gonna talk a lot because we're on YouTube. Just making sure. I peeked this. Don't worry about it because I'm gonna break all this stuff up because I'm not gonna leave this in the back of the house. This is just, you know, just for practice. So we'll go out and I'll find you a spot like once you get used to building, and then maybe you could build a building in the city. Yeah, but come over here. This is the double stacking technique. You see on the outside, the walls has the window detail, and then the windows. Then you come on the inside, the wall is red on the inside with the windows. I like doing that now because then you have, you know, different color wall on the inside. Because, you know, you don't have paint, you can't paint on the inside of the wall. So, you know, you want your walls to, you don't want your walls to be brick. You want your walls to be a color. They could be white, they could be blue, yellow, green, whatever you want it. But, you know, it's simple. It's like this. What you do is, since you weren't watching, you just, no, it's alright. You just build a wall. I'll do it even simpler than I did there. You do that. I won't do the fancy stuff. This is just to show you how the technique works. You put the glass, on the inside like this, right? And then you get your wall, whatever color you want. You know, I like red, so I always got red in the hand. And then you fill it in, and voila. On the outside you see the window. On the inside you see the window. It's simple. And there's a lot of different things you can do like this. Let me get dirt blocks. You can also do this. Watch. Take that. I'll put dirt here. And then I'll put, no, we gotta go up. That. I'll do that. Right? And then put flowers in. Now you got flowers in the window. The different, you know, techniques will help you build different things, you know, because different buildings have different, you know, aspects to them. Like houses, like with a house, like this may be brick instead of these gray bricks. It may be like regular bricks, or it could be wood, or it could just be white. Like I'll get like a white, the white wall, or light gray wall. I like light gray, looks better. So it's not much of a difference between light gray and white, but so the house would be white on the outside. And I can make the accents like a different color. Like I could do them wood. Like I'll get like a acacia wood. It's like a cherry wood kind of thing going. I'll switch it. Then it gives it a new life. Come look. Come look real quick. I'm trying to teach you, man. You gotta crawl before you walk. You there? Come look what I did. Oh, you want to see some proper use of those? Where is it? There you go. use them as window curtains. Did you break my glass? Yeah, I did. Where is it? In the rod. It's supposed to. It's supposed to go across. Like that. Yeah, I haven't used these much, so I'll figure them out. But yeah, that's good use of the banners. Come look. You're trying to build a one of those things from yeah, look. And you see how I use the banners for like window curtains on the inside? Yeah, a big thing with building is finding the right blocks and bricks and stuff that work with each other. Because some things don't look good together. You can't just use anything together. So, like if you're building like a house, you don't want to use this block because this block, it doesn't look good for a house. You don't ever see a house this color. This is more for like an office building or a giant building in a city building and stuff. What, my red block? That? No, this one. This block. The stone block, stone bricks. You don't want to use this for a house. Like, if you're building a castle, if you're building a giant building, like a city building or whatever, like a business building, then yeah. But for a house, these, you don't want to use gray bricks for a house. Like, you don't ever see that. Maybe for like the foundation, maybe, but there's stone blocks for that because it's usually flat. It's usually not bricks. This just isn't a good block to use for a house. There's so many different woods. There's so many. There's different brick colors. There's regular brick. There's nether brick. There's red nether brick. And that looks better for a regular house. A regular house. But yeah, I want to show you some more stuff. All right. All right, so I'm gonna show you some redstone, and then I'm gonna show you how to use, like where to use it, how to place it in a build. So you have lights. You can make a light switch. Come. Take this stuff I dropped. See the stuff I dropped here? That is a redstone lamp, redstone, and a lever. So you place a lamp, and you place 2 blocks of redstone, redstone on 2 blocks, and then place the lever to connect it, and then you flip the switch, and the light comes on. And then gonna get the redstone and put it on 2 blocks on the floor. Connect going into the lamp. Gotta make it go into the lamp. So place it next to it. No, that's where, but like put it here. And then the one next to it. And then put the lever on the one next to that. I gave you a lever. You don't see it? Check your inventory. Press triangle. You might have to switch something that's in your hotbar. The hotbar is the one that's across the bottom of the screen. I don't know, I'm just saying. Alright, flip the switch, see if it works. Voila. Now, very easy, right? Now, how do you get that to be inside of a house in the ceiling? With the switches in the wall and you can't see the wires. That's where it gets complicated, right? It seems complicated, but it's not very. We're gonna go to our trusty little setup over here, and I'm gonna build a wall, a ceiling over here. And I'm gonna put some of the lamp on the inside. Okay, now you see it? And we'll build a wall on the side. Now you ready? We come inside. We're gonna have our switch here, which is one in, so it's underneath this block. Let me see. I want to see if I'm doing this right. No, I'm not doing that right. Okay, we'll leave it. I have to figure that one out again. But yeah. So you want the redstone signal to come straight into this block, because this is where your lever is. As you see, I flipped the switch. You hear? I don't see you. Where you at? Oh, you see, I flipped the switch and this lit up here, right? Let me see. I'm gonna flip it back. See how it's not, how it's dark, and then I flip, and then it lights up. Okay, so you want to run that, so that it goes straight. Because if you leave it like this, then it won't go up. Like if you put it here, look, I'll put it here, and then I'll put a strap. Oh wait, it does. Oh, so they fixed that. Okay, good. It used to not be like that. Let's break it. Okay. Oh, so that's good. That's good. That makes it easier. So then you go up, right? And you go up, and it takes you up, and then you go up, and you come across, and it's all lit up. So when you're inside the house, you don't see it. All you see is your switch with the lights are on. All the stuff is behind the scenes.
Where's the door?
Not very complicated. Flip the switch, it goes off. So back on, it comes back on. There's a way to invert it that it escapes me at the moment, but with a little testing I'll be able to get it, but I'm not going to go through that right now. So that it could be more realistic, because when the switch is down, it turns it on in Minecraft. When it's up, it turns it off. But in real life, when you flip the switch up, it turns the lights on. When you flip it down, it turns them off. So there's a bunch of different ways to do that, but there's a very simple way that I had saw, but I didn't try it when I saw it. I had done a couple of more complicated ways, but the simpler the better. I'm trying to think. Let me think. I'm gonna test it over here. Anybody who's watching, you can leave in the comments. Let me know what I'm doing wrong here, or what I could be doing right. So it's not that, because that's not giving a signal there. Let me see. Let me put a block. The torch. And redstone. Come in front. No? That's very weird. Okay, that lights that up like that. That's not how it goes. That's not how it goes. I can't think of it at this moment. I think it's on the other side. Let me try it. Yeah, I think I did it. Yep. Okay. Okay, so what I was talking about is this. Lights off, lights on. Alright, come peep this. Yeah, if you put it too close, the I forgot how many blocks distance you have to have it. You can't put it like this. You see, you weren't paying attention to the tutorial. Maybe you can go on my YouTube channel and rewatch it and watch it, pause it, try it, play it, pause it, try it. Alright, come look. See what I did here. Where you at? Let me start teleporting. The way you're doing this is all exposed. You're gonna, and you don't want it to be exposed. No, it's not. You don't want it to be exposed, and that's not gonna work like that. That's not gonna help. You can't. It's all exposed. It looks messy. You don't want it to look messy. Nah, come look. I want to show you. Hey, don't push him back. You want to climb up, help him get up. You see the switch? Come look. See how the lights are on in here? But the switch is down? That's not like how it is in real life. So over here, back here, this is how you do it. To make it when the switch is down, the light's off. And then when you switch it up, the light goes on. Like in real life. They have terms for these things. I don't know the terminology. Like I don't really care all that. Like there's so many different like terminologies they have for these different kinds of switches and things like that you do. This inverts it. This basically just inverts the lever so that when it's up, it's on. When it's down, it's off. Because it's normally up, off, down, on. What you use a redstone torch, which is a redstone power that's constantly on. So it's constantly on. So you put the redstone signal coming from it to the light. So the light is on, and then you run redstone on the block that the torch is on, go into the lever, so that when you flip the lever down, it powers the redstone that's going into the torch, which turns the torch off, because its power overrides its power. The lever's job is to turn on something or to turn off something. The redstone torch is always on until you turn it off with another redstone signal. Since you give it the redstone signal from the lever, it turns the torch off, which turns the light off, because the light was powered by the torch. And because the switch is down, this power is on, but it turns this power off, which turns the light off. So I knew it'll come to me if I gave it a second. I was like, how did he do it? Like, how did I do it? I remember, this is the easy way to do it. There's a difficult way with sticky pistons. I think regular pistons, and that's complicated stuff. That you take your time. There's a lot of videos, you know. Since you got the game, you might as well go on YouTube, look at videos, and learn how to do a lot of things. But these are simple things. Putting some lights in your house, building the front of your house, little accents for your house. But I see you gotta learn the double stack technique. So that you can, well, even without the double stack technique, you can hide your redstone behind the wall, so you put your lights in and they'll be in a proper place. Okay. And won't nobody notice it. Like I think there's even a way to make a lamp that you can't see the redstone signal going into it. Let me check. David! Harrison, come on. Oh, now you're calling David when you just didn't want him to get on the bed with you. Okay. You leave him alone. He got off the bed. Yeah, he's in the living room with Grandma. Okay, let me see. Let's see if I'm doing this. So if I put a wall here, having the wall here will hide this. But the thing about that is it would, because then you couldn't flip the switch on and off, it would be weird looking. Or yeah, I guess I can put the yeah, let's see. Maybe like turning on a lamp, a little different, but having that there will power that anyway. But I can always do that. And that powers that lamp. Now the redstone is still hidden, and it looks like a little lamp in the corner. So you don't have to have your light source in the ceiling. You can have your light source, or you can make it on the floor like this, like a lamp, and have it in the ceiling at the same time, which will give you more light, which will prevent mobs from spawning in your house. Because when you play in survival, if it's too dark, even if you're playing in creative, if I don't have mob spawning set on this world, because I don't want to deal with a bunch of slimes and stuff getting in my way, and I'm trying to build a bunch of creepers and zombies and stuff. But if a space is too dark, it's not lit enough, there's not enough light, creepers, skeletons, zombies, all these things, spiders and stuff will spawn in it. So that's like when you're playing survival and you're out there mining and you get some blocks to make make your little stone hut. You want to find coal to build torches, and chop down some wood to build torches, and put as many torches in your small hut as you can so that it's all lit up. Otherwise, they will spawn inside your house, and they can kill you. Especially a creeper. A creeper will explode and destroy everything you built. You'll be burnt, upset, because you done built something and he just came and if only I could be in your mind right now to know what you're trying to do. So maybe I can help. Tell you, no, don't do that. This is wrong. Or there's other things that you can do too, like, oops, too much. I'll get rid of that real quick. Swiftness, I don't need that right now. So another thing that he showed me what you can do for light source, so that you can light up your own space. Put glowstone on the floor and then put carpet over it, so that at night, when there's no light, your space is still lit up. Even if your lights are off, the space is still lit up because the glowstone on the ground. The glowstone will shine through the carpet. Haha! Well, my dear apprentice. What happens is, I don't know exactly how many blocks of a radius that the lever works, but I think it's the. Well, I guess I can show you. If you flick it, it'll probably power those right there. But I don't think it'll power this one. Nope, it won't power that one. It won't power that one. It won't power that one. It will power this one. So it makes a plus sign, and that's it, right? You see that, right? So that's the lever itself. So if you try to put something next to it, like a door right next to it, of course it'll open the door because it'll give it a redstone power. It'll cause the door to open. Now you need to, with redstone, let me show you. I forgot how many blocks it is. I think it's 12, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll go 9. And I'll flip the lever. So that's 9. Let's see, it's 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's 14. It's 15. Okay, there we go. Now it's dead. You see? You see how... Come, you see this line of redstone? You see how it's bright here, and then as it gets closer to the light, it gets darker and darker, then it's out, and it won't turn on this light. But if I break that one and put the light there, the light comes on. You see that, right? Is this many block distance where that lamp is? That's the furthest amount of redstone from a redstone signal that you can get. Otherwise, it'll be dead like this. It won't come on. Now, to make it come on, aha, that's when the redstone repeater comes into play. Redstone repeater is this little gizmo here that you have to face into it. It'll extend the signal. So then I can add more redstone, which will power the lamp way over here. Maybe even way over here, let's see.
No.
Yep. Maybe even way over here, let's see.
No.
Yep. You see that, right? Let's see if we can go further. Yep. Yep, even further. Let's see. Okay, so that's the max again. You hit the max. See how far it is from the lever? Because you use a repeater, it repeats the signal, so it starts it over again. That's why it's bright next to the repeater, and then gets darker, like it does coming straight from the lever, because it repeats it again, like it starts it over. So it's another 14 or 15 blocks from the repeater, and then the signal dies again. Then you can add another repeater, which helps with putting lights in a tall building that's huge. It's a big bunch of space, and you have to put a bunch of lights up. You're gonna need repeaters because you don't want to have a different switch for every, you know, for a whole bunch of. You want to have a whole bunch of switches for the blocks. It'll look stupid. It'll look messy. Look like you didn't know what you was doing. You go in the room, you flip on one switch, it turns on the lights in the whole room. Where a room could be too big, you know, for the one switch. That's why I use the repeaters, because then it'll repeat the signal around. Then you could light up the whole room. But yeah, so that's why it was only lighting up those. A redstone signal will not light up a block over it. You see it? These blocks are above. These are the blocks above. You see, the reason why there's that empty space is because technically the redstone is taking up a block. In Minecraft, everything takes up a block. So like, even if I have like a half slab, or like if I have this carpet, I place it down, I can't place something directly on top of it. It'll float to the next block above. You see?
Go. No. No.
You're not paying attention. You'll watch the video. No, you gotta see. You gotta see. So you know what I'm talking about. You see how it's not powering these blocks, these lights, and it's above it. Even if I put it next to it, you know why? Because it's not going into it. It has to be going into it or on it. Like this is going into it. This is going on it. Sure. So what what you wanna do with what you were doing. I'm gonna come over. Let me set it back today, so it's easier to see. What you don't want to do is put your redstone for your lights in the floor, because you still got to come up out of the floor. So it's best to just, you know, have it coming from this. In order for this switch to light up these lights over here, behind the wall, you have to run the redstone signal to it. That's why when you're building a house or a building, you want to plan out the walls, do the floor plans first, so that you can give yourself enough space so that you can have redstone in the walls so it's not seen, and you can put your light switches and stuff, put your lamps up and your lights up or whatever. Everything takes planning, counting blocks and looking at the space, because you need a certain amount of space to do it. Because as you can see, you have to line up. There's another way to get a signal to go up. Let me try this. Let me see. I think it's with torches. It's a torch tower. I think that's what they call it. Let's test this out. I haven't tried one of these. And it turns that on. Yeah, this is a torch tower. This is how that works. Let's see, the redstone up there, the redstone is on. So when I flip that switch on, the redstone turns off. So I turn that on, the redstone turns on. So then I would have to go up one more, or I can okay, so yeah, that makes sense now. Okay, so I'm gonna do this real quick. This is a way to minimize the space that you're building on. Because to do some of these things, you know, it would take up too much space. So let's say we have our lever. Is it here? Will that work? That won't affect it. It has to be up higher. Oh yeah, I'd have to live with it being like I would have to give it another block space. Remove this lamp. Bring the wall here. There you go. Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to think about this. If I put a piece of redstone here, take away that, take away this. Power that. There you go. Got it. Okay. Voila. Got it. Okay. Did it. I knew I'd figure it out. I gotta give myself a little more credit. Sometimes I'm pretty good at this stuff. Okay. So I did that. That is so much better. And he's back up.
David.
Let him see what I did.
Oh. David's coming back. David's calling me. Daddy, David's calling me. I'm coming back.
Oh wait, no, I don't want to do that. Oops. Alright, that's pretty good. Switches down, lights off. Switches up, lights on. Using the torch tower. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, this stuff gets a little complicated at times, but once you get the hang of it, it's not that bad. Trying to teach him, how to use this stuff, so that he doesn't go sloppy, jalopy stuff like what he's doing right now. You see how he placed a glass block with just anything? Let me fix that for him. I don't know, maybe he had a pattern going there, but I don't know. He's trying. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Watch this. tell what I'm doing. Too far. So what I did was I teleported him in here. This is so that he can see a room that has the light switch, and how you can't see any of the redstone in here. All you see is the switch on the wall, and you turn the light on and off. I want him to see that so that he can understand where I'm getting at, so that his walls don't look, you know. Let me turn the light off on him. Let me see if he'll turn it on. Should leave him a sign. Oh, let's see if I can get it done before he comes back. Turn on the lights. The light switch. It's off, right? Yeah, so what I want him to see, you know, because what he's not getting is, yeah, you can build a light in a room that looks like this, right? But then the light is only right here where you are, and you know, it looks like that on the other side. There's no wall on the other side. It doesn't look natural. Whereas, you know, we have lights built in the ceiling of our house. You know, even older houses have that, you know, the lamp hanging out. You can also make it hang down. It doesn't have to be, you know, what is that called? Recessed light, where it's in the wall, in the ceiling, like that. Let's see if I could make an example of that real quick. Because yeah, you can do different stuff like this. There's a switch here that'll turn that on like that. Maybe we'll just use this here to continue that. Let's see if we can do what I'm saying. Right click. Let's see if we can execute that. Where the light kind of looks like hanging from there. Is it a trap door? Where's the trap door? Oops. The trap doors around it. Of course, this would be, you know, much higher up, but you know, this is only a tutorial build right now. We're doing live tutorials here today on Minecraft, your Pablo man. You know, we don't usually do this, but being a little unorthodox, which is fine. Which is totally fine, I tell you that. So yeah, this is what we want to do. We want to get it going up here. Yeah, see? Flip the switch. I know it's too close to the lever, but it would, like I said, it wouldn't be like that, but you get what I'm saying. You can have the light hanging down, because like in the house I live in my apartment, the lighting, there's, you know, lighting fixtures in the ceilings, and you know, they hang from the ceiling a little, you know, not much but a little. So you can do stuff like this to make a little light fixture hanging from the ceiling kind of thing. You know, it won't be as close, it won't be this close to the switch, so you won't get the, when you flip the switch, the thing, you know, opens up or closes or anything like that. But you get what I'm saying. Did you see how that works? And then you can add the lamp on the side, so when you flip the switch, you get a lamp down here. You can put them next to your doorway, just like that is, and then have this one in the ceiling. I try different things. I try to mix it up, try to come up with some different things. I use inspiration from other YouTubers, other Minecrafters and stuff, and I try to come up with some cool things to do and different things to do in my builds. So that's one of them, you know, that I, you know, think of. But I'm just waiting for my brother to come back. I guess he's a little busy right now, but I want him to see what I'm talking about. Hopefully he sees the sign and reads it. We'll give him a couple of minutes. What's David doing? He's with Grandma?
No, he's just playing.
He's just playing?
Mm-hmm.
He's not crying?
No.
Okay. As long as he's not crying. I need my thing. Oops. So anybody watching, do you have any fidget spinners? I think I'm gonna do when I finish getting the ones that I ordered. I only got one of them so far. I did order a few of them. I'll do a video, you know, with my fidget spinners and showing the different ones that I have.
Can you buy me a white?
That's the sound of one of them I have.
Can you buy me a white really spinning, Dad?
I got you a fidget spinner, but it has to come. It'll be here next week. Okay? It's a surprise. Okay? You're really gonna like it. Okay? He's back. Hopefully he reads the sign and follows the... Hey, how did that block turn? I don't even know how that block turned to on. Did you do that? Yeah, you did. Did you read the sign?
No.
Did you read the sign or you just started?
No.
Okay, so what I wanted you to do, what the sign said was flip the switch. The light switch. It's behind you. You flipped it? What I wanted you to see is get the idea of a room with the lights that I was showing you. How all the redstone is concealed. You can't see any of it. All you see is the switch and the lights. The light on, light off. You know? So that, you know, it looks natural. Because I was looking at what you was doing, and even though you have lights going on here, it's not naturally fit in the wall, you know? You want to try to make things look as natural as possible. And that's why we double stack, triple stack sometimes. Like, we leave space for, like, because to do another wall, I would give it another couple of block space to do another room on the opposite side, so that I can do the same thing as there without the redstone interfering with each other. Because then I can bust out with a redstone torch here, and it won't interfere with the stuff over here. I can do the same torch tower and build the same wall stuff. I'm having difficulties here. But the same light stuff on a wall over here as I did over there, and the two things won't mess with each other. They will not interfere with each other. So I have a wall of light on the opposite sides. That's why you need to count your blocks and plan it out before you start, so that you can take into account that you want to have lights in your house, lights in your building, so that you have enough space in between rooms, so that when you walk through the house, each room has their own light switch. So you're not just doing one light switch for the whole house. Because when I first started learning redstone, I made that mistake. One switch lights up the whole house. I'll do that for like my buildings, because they're not really occupied like that. But like for like a house, so like when I want to go into survival in this world, for my house, I want my house to have lights switches for each room that I walk in, to have its own switch if I possibly can, which I try to do. Or like I'll do an area, like the living room and the dining room is in like one area, so the light, one switch turns it all on. But then in the study there's a different light switch, and the other one is a different light switch. But you gotta plan it out before you start building, otherwise you'll be trying to cram stuff in, because I've made that mistake too. But as you play and you learn, you see the mistakes that you make, and you're like, oh man, I wish I could have put this in here, because then I could have made this light here, and I could. Then you learn the next time you start building, you plan it first. And then when you're building walls, you won't even see that there's a gap there. But that's what I'm trying to do here. Trying to give you the basic. Yeah. So that you practice, because you don't want to start to build something and then say, oh, I don't want to keep this, and then tear it down anyway. So when I'm teaching you, is so that when you want to start building your stuff, you're already like, okay, I'm good at doing this so far. I can at least start at this step here with my house. I could start my own world, and I can build a house in it. I know at least how to build the front of it, give it windows, make it proportion, give it walls on the inside, put up some lights, make a light switch. It doesn't have to be a huge house. You can start with this small thing. You can make a square building. You don't even have to start with making a house, because to make a house you have to do roofing and all this stuff. There's a lot to it, like this house over here. Come with me. Like how I have the roofing over here. This is a whole different, a whole different monster to tame. Building a roof on a house. You want to start with, building like a square building and putting lights in it and giving it walls and giving it some life, making it, and then you start getting confident in that, and you do that. That's why starting a city is like the best thing. People want to make houses right away. A house is way more complicated than making a building. A building, you can make a square or a rectangle, and voila. With a house, you gotta do all this extra stuff. I got a balcony. You have to put the thing here you have to know how to use the blocks a lot more for more detail. Like with a building, you do some window detail and that's it. But I had to separate the top of the color of the wall of the house from the bottom. It's a lot. And then the roofing. Yeah. It's fun. Like I said, I watch a lot of YouTube videos of people who build stuff. Like I type in Minecraft building houses and stuff. Like I put this bush up and all that going across. And I made these trees myself because like you could plant trees, but they come out. You know that it's like random. So your tree might be tiny or one might be real tall, funny looking, not a lot of leaves or too much leaves, and you can build them to make the tree look how you want it to look. Like I wanted tall trees, you know, but not too much bush, not too little bush. So you can build them yourselves. Like you can get the leaves and you can get the wood, like the tree bark and stuff. So yeah, that's why I'm trying to show you these little techniques with the lights and stuff, so that you can learn the right way right away. Because I had basically kind of like just play with it. Because like who got me playing this game? Christian. He would talk about Minecraft, and so like, all right, I'm gonna download. I went and bought it, and I started playing it. And he was showing me, you know, how to place blocks and stuff. And then I became advanced, and he's still a noob. But you know, I had to learn on the fly, learn my own, and then going to videos, I started learning better stuff. It's better to learn the right way right away. Like I didn't go to videos first. Like I just started to try to build stuff, and I made a lot of dumb mistakes. Because like you think I know what a house looks like, I can build a house in this, but then when you start placing blocks, you're like, this doesn't look right. Nah, what am I doing? So I'm just trying to get you, you know, trying to teach you the right things in the beginning and simple things to make life easy. Like this torch tower will make life so much easier than how I used to build my lights like I did over here. Because I totally forgot about the torch tower. Like I would have to stack up, like to make it like go up like a ladder or like a steps. And that takes up too much space. In essence, that takes up too much space because you have to go across here. Yeah, you have to go across instead of going straight up. Because I could have it going straight up, and then that's for the lights on the ceiling, and then I can have another one on the side for something else. For like, if I wanted to build like a shower, like how I had the shower, working shower, they would be separate and they would be on the same wall, and they wouldn't interfere with each other, and it would save space. Because otherwise I'd have to go all the way over to another side and then build the shower somewhere else, which will cause more space to be taken up for no reason. So the torch tower definitely helps. Redstone torches. Because even with this, like I said, they don't interfere with each other. There's only one block separation, but they won't interfere with each other, so you can build your lights for 2 different rooms using a little bit of space in between. The other way, I think it interferes. But even if it doesn't interfere, to try to do something else, like building the thing for the for like a shower, you would have to go to another side of the wall or go over on the other side of the wall, taking up too much space. Like you would have to extend your wall, make the room bigger or whatever. It used to take up too much space, and then when I learned this technique, I was like, you know what, this makes life so much easier. I don't gotta deal with the shenanigans. Does not interfere with each other. That's the most wonderful thing in the world. Turn off that light, and this light will still be on. So yeah. But I did this to show you to illustrate, you know, the signal where the redstone goes when you flick a lever. A lever does like a T or a plus or a cross. It won't power these blocks over here. I believe it will power a block in front and even behind. Nope, not behind. It'll only do in front. I think it'll do either or. Nope, just in front. Because it's sending out a redstone signal, so its redstone signal is touching that one. So like if I put another one in front, it don't power it. But if I put this one here, it'll power it because it's almost like it's touching the block. Because the lever is taking up this block space in here. It looks like an empty space, but the lever is taking up the space. So any block touching this block space is getting powered. That's why the ones on the corner don't get powered. But the one in front does. Because it's like it's touching that block. It's like an invisible block with a lever in the middle. You see it? Like that. You can put one here. See how it's lit up? Crazy, right? So you won't light that one up. It won't light this one up. It won't light that. None of that, because it's not touching this block. The lever is taking up this block space. So any block it touches, or that touches it, will be lit up. Now you're kind of double stacking here. There's even a way to use a button to turn on the lights. I did that in my house over here. In the front is a button, not a lever, that turns on the lights. I gotta really think about it again, how it's done, because a button signal, I'll show you a button signal, is real different. A button doesn't let out a constant signal. Where you at? Oh, oops, I keep doing that. Press a button, as long as the button is pressed down, it gives a signal. But when it goes back up, unpressed, the signal's off. See? But there's a way to have the button press. It's something with I gotta try to remember. I was just looking at this video and I was trying to memorize it, but that's what I try to do, because what I used to do is I would just watch the video and I would follow it and finish the thing and be like, yes, I did it. But then I'm like, I want to be able to do it without looking at the video. Some of these things are so complicated, like it's hard to remember. So I was trying to study it, but I was doing so much at the time, like I can't remember. There's a way it uses a sticky piston with a redstone block or something like that, and it quickly makes the sticky piston go out and come back, which will drop the block that was stuck to the piston, which is the redstone block, which will power the light. And then when you press the button again, it'll make the piston go back out and grab the redstone block and bring it back away from the light, which will turn the light back off, or from the redstone signal that'll go to the light. But I forgot how to do that. I'll have to get back to you on that one. I have to watch that video again. So that when you press the button, it will send the thing and it'll make the light go on and stay on, because it'll drop off the redstone signal to the that's connected to the light. And then when you press the button again to turn it off, it'll grab it back and pull it away from it, which will turn the light power off, or the power that's going to the light off, which will turn the light off. I forgot exactly how to do it. I forgot. I'm trying to really like dig in my brain right now. I can't remember. But another time, I guess I'll look at the video again and I'll practice it and then I'll remember it. But this stuff I practice And this I remember the torch tower, because I thought that was such a great idea. Because like I said, you can do so many different things so close. It's different than because like I'm putting them right next to each other, like just one block separation, and I can have my my shower thing that I did, which I could show you now. It's just not very complicated, but it is using a sticky piston, which is a new thing, something new to implement into you. A sticky piston is this right here. There we go. Here, like that, right? Yeah, like that. Okay, and this is the block here. And it would be above. There'd be a hole, and then complete the torch tower. And that will open the piston. And these two are not bothering each other. That's so wonderful. Okay. So this is the idea behind this. That opens that up like that, yes. Okay. Where you at? Water. There you go. It's gonna come down from there right to right there. We'll do 2 blocks there. Yep. There you go. And they don't. Yes, please don't curse. Family channel. Just put that there. That's some more ceiling. I can knock this down. Extend this a little. And voila. And voila. You're all sweaty. So yeah. Yo, tell me about it, yo. I think about that all the time. Why did they do that to me? No. Oh. If you come in here, you'll see I made a little let's see, put up some glass. Actually, there's some privacy glass. Some privacy glass. No, I can't do that on this. Oh, that's right. That's All right, never mind. I didn't need to do that. Oh. I really like how these switches are close to each other, but they're not interfering with each other. They're doing their separate jobs and they're doing them perfectly. That is a space saver. I would never have them this close to begin with, but just to know that I could, because of the torch tower, it makes me happy. Because then the possibilities grow of what I can do. I'll play with the tissue. Go play with my fidget spinner case. I like how that one sounds. I feel like you guys took something out of this. I really do. I feel like something is missing. We're gonna have to get you for it. I'll investigate. No touchy. Where's my phone, Harrison? Here's my calls. Let's go see what he's doing. Oh, he's trying to be fancy, but it's a bit much over here. You know there's a Skyrim texture pack, right? You know that, right? You want me to bring you to it? I could show you the Fallout and the Skyrim one if you want. I have them. Yeah, I have. Oh, you do? Started from the bottom now, yeah. Let's break that. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. I don't need this here anymore. This is nice, but it's gotta go. I don't like to build and not keep, but it's for teaching purposes. It's fine. There's some other stuff I want to show you in this game. Whenever you're ready. Alright, so give me my hoodie. Because now I'm getting cold, but I know she's gonna want this nice and cool when she gets here. I'm getting cold. I haven't been feeling good because of my allergies. I don't want to add to it with a flu or something. I gotta find my phone, right? Because if mommy calls me and asks me what Slurpee I want, because she can get to it, I can't tell her if I don't know where my phone is. Where's my watch?
It's mine. Wait.
You guys was playing with my phone and my watch. I took my watch from me a second ago. It's boring. Got my stuff all over the house.
Why not you stuff under me? I'll pretend I was a robot.
Go see if he has my watch out there. Oh no, here it is. Oh, here's my phone. Oh, never mind. See, I told you it was on the bed. You guys are hiding it under my blanket.
Yeah. I'm a big blanket.
Okay, so that means I've gotten no call or anything. Yeah, so are you ready for another lesson? Now, this is not a lesson in building. This is a lesson in farming. Because when playing survival, you're going to need to grow food. Because if you try to rely on finding cows and pigs and chickens and sheep to kill and eat their meat, then you will surely die. Because it won't be enough to sustain. So you have to learn to farm, which is not that hard. Some seeds. I'll get some melon seeds. And what else can we get? Where you at? We'll get some potatoes and carrots. We need a hoe. And we're good. Oh, we need water. A water bucket. It sounds weird. Why do we need a water bucket? But I will show you whenever you're ready.
I'm gonna be the robot.
Don't. Is it a melon? I think it's a melon that grows like that. Could be a pumpkin. Is it melon and pumpkin? I think it's melon and pumpkin. They both grow the same, if I'm not mistaken. Carrots, seeds, potatoes. And where are you? One more thing. Sugar cane. Find what it looks like in oh, there it goes. In this texture pack, it's a little different. I'll stop a hole here, fill this hole with water, and then I can put my sugar cane. Okay, whenever you're ready, I can explain this stuff to you. For the chorus flower. Can I find that? 1 second. There's one more thing I wanted to try to find. Oh, there goes the chorus flower. Okay. Yeah. Basically, sandstone. Is it endstone? I'll know right now. Let's see. Yep. Okay. So it has to be endstone. Now this one you're gonna like a lot. The one I'm about to show you here. Well, I'll explain these in a second. Okay. So peep, I'm gonna make these grow with some bone meal, just so you can see. Oops. I'm trying to see if these melons will grow like this with the bone meal. I think is it melon? Let's see. Let me see. It's either melon or pumpkin. There's pumpkin seeds. Let's try pumpkin seeds. I got
No,
it.
you can't. Ow!
And this is not helping it anymore. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Well, they take too long to grow. With melon and pumpkin, it's either both of them or one of them has to be grown next to water, and it has to have a block empty next to it. I think it's one block. It might be two. That's why it's probably not growing. But I think it's at least a block next to it, so that when it grows, it comes out of that and it falls to the side. So it doesn't like stay on its block like carrots. Like this is carrot, and this is wheat, and these are potatoes. Now when you harvest them, you get rid of them. When you're in survival, it's my ringtone. Hello? You just now what? Huh? You just now what? You can't hear me? Yeah, I'm here. I'm talking to you. I don't know. You know what? Bye, Felicia. Alright. Alright, don't forget to try to get my Slurpee. I want the Pepsi Fire.
I'm the blue one, Mom.
I love you too. Yeah.
I'm the blue one. I want the blue one.
Alright, but like I was saying, when you're in survival and you paying attention? Or are you building again? I'll wait. Yeah, but when you're in survival and you break these, like, hold on, let me go into survival real quick. I'm in survival now. So when I break it, the carrots will come up, and I get the carrots. It gives me a whole bunch, so then I can replant them, right? Which that one was wheat. I don't have the seeds right now, but that one was wheat.
Oh, that's one with cherry.
But once I break up the stuff, it gives me these potatoes. I get a bunch of potatoes, then I can replant some, and I keep some in my inventory. So I have potatoes in my pocket, and then I can replant some to grow more. And you keep doing that, and you constantly have food. You don't get a lot of energy from each, small potato. You have to cook the potatoes. I mean, I think you can eat them raw, but when you cook them in the furnace, they become baked potatoes. Carrots, of course, you can eat raw. But that gives you a bunch of food. You don't have to worry about, going hungry if you keep farming this stuff. When the sun will help it grow, the rain will help it grow. But with melons, it's either melons and pumpkins, or one of them, one or the other. They have to be next to water, and so does sugar cane. Sugar cane has to be next to water to grow. So you just put a row of water next to your row of sugar cane that you're trying to plant. It won't even let you put it in the ground unless there's water there, which is good. And that other one right here is a chorus plant. Hold on. Yeah. Alright, hold on. You can look at yours, can't you? It's because I was Wi-Fi calling. Yeah, I was. Go to Google Map. More from recent history. It's not in my. Let me see. Eltina. Tell her to stop smoking when you're in the car. I need my wife to lift up. Tell her have some respect. Stop smoking in the car when people who don't smoke are in the car, so that you know you're not. Because it's your lungs, right? All right. Alright, later. Don't forget my Slurpee. Alright, later. Yeah, I want a Slurpee. Give me a Slurpee later. No, I'm not calling mommy back. Alright, this one right here is the chorus plant. To harvest this one, you have to break the color one. Like you see how it's like gold with a green dot. Different texture packs, it looks different. This one looks like this. I don't know. It kind of looks like now that I'm thinking about it, it kind of looks like stoplights. I think maybe they made it look like that for stoplights. Let me stack them up. I have enough to stack. Oh, I can't stack it there. Let's see. No, you can't stack them up. Alright, but you want to break the flower first so that you have a flower, and then you break. When you break it, it gives you this fruit that looks like a light bulb. That's funny. But when you break it, it'll drop. No matter how tall it is, it'll break all of it. If you break the one at the bottom, it'll break it all. And then you end up with this fruit here, which is my favorite fruit. Here, try one. Here, try this.
Is it like an apple or a fruit or a vegetable?
You're in survival now. You gotta do something. I don't. Well, actually, you can eat it even if you're not hungry, I believe. So go for it. L2. You looking? Look.
David.
Did you see that? You saw that, right? This is the chorus fruit. It teleports you. You find this in the nether. No, it's not the nether. In the end, where there are Endermen. The Endermen are the tall ones that look like Slendermen. They're real skinny and they're tall. They got a square head. You can't look them in the eye. If you look them in the eye, they attack. But when you go into the end, you have to build the end portal, or find one. In it depends on the seed. It may have one. It should have one. When you go in the end portal, you end up in the end. You have to fight the Ender Dragon. You defeat the Ender Dragon. You know, you get some stuff. It's a whole bunch of. It's a lot, but I won't explain it all. But in the end, there's a bunch of Endermen and these plants. The Endermen, they teleport around. You know, like especially when they're like trying to attack you, and you hit it, it'll like teleport itself away from you like that. So this fruit, in essence, is basically, I guess, it gives you similar powers to them. I've used it while fighting them to avoid getting killed by them. Like I would hit it and then I would eat one of these and I would teleport away from it. And then I hit it. Well, I'm far away from you now. Then I would hit it again. Yeah, I got you. I just wanted to show you that. but it's random. So like if you're inside of a building, or if you're underground and you're mining and you use it, it may teleport you through the wall into another spot, which can be dangerous, especially in survival, because there may be lava. And once you're in lava, it's dead.
No, David hit me with it.
It will, your energy will go real quick. It's really hard to get away from being in lava. I'll tell you that. But yeah, oh yeah, you're probably not gonna remember this stuff because you're not paying too much attention. But with the sugar cane, when you plant sugar cane and it grows up, you never break the one at the bottom because that's the one that grows. If you break the ones at the top, it will continue to grow, and that's how you keep it going. The one that's on the ground, you never break. You leave it. You just break the ones that grow on top. Well, see, look, the melon. The melon grew. Okay, you see how it fell on the block next to it? So it's either gonna fall on the block in front of it or next to it. I guess these are stubborn ones. A lot of times they fall right in front. But see how it took some more time, right? But yeah, that's the basic of farming, because then when you have the wheat, then you can go and you can make bread. And you can have bread to eat because you can't eat the wheat. I understand it's very late and nobody's watching the stream, but it saves as a video on YouTube so that anyone who usually watches the stuff will watch it. But I think this is a good video. You finally got Minecraft. Finally. And you can join us in our survival. Me, Ali, and the Pauls. What you trying to do? You trying to do the lights how I showed you? Torch tower, torch tower. How long have we been going on the stream? Let me go check the YouTube on my phone. It doesn't even. Oh wait, it shows me up in the corner. Almost 2 hours. Wow, we've been streaming that long. I just noticed it says it at the top. Wow, that's long. So, I guess in 3 minutes and 10 seconds, I'll end the stream at 2 hours. Hopefully by then he gets a better understanding of the redstone that he's trying to place. What you trying to do? You want to try the torch tower? Alright, the torch tower, the block behind the where you put in your lever, you want it right there. So this is going to be the wall. So make sure there's a wall on the side of it. Alright, with the torch tower, we'll fill that up right there real quick. The torch tower, you work behind it. I'll kill all this stuff here. Yeah, you don't need the lights behind it. You want the lights in front of it. Stop finding him, Harrison. I can leave this here. Oops, I'm flying. I should take these elytra off because they're messing me up. I'm sorry, I flew away. Alright, there we go. Now I'm in control again. Alright, so this is just so that you can get an idea. Maybe you shouldn't do it that high. We'll leave it that high. Probably help with the torch tower anyway. And you put your lights here. So you'll do it here. Alright, so with the torch tower, on the block that you have the just let me make sure I'm saying this correctly. Yes, there's a behind the block you need a redstone torch, which will turn off because the lever flicks down. When you flick it up, it turns back on. You see that? I flip it down, it's off. Flip it up, the torch comes back on. You need a block above that. You place a block above it and you put a torch on top of that block. And immediately that torch will turn off because the signal from the torch underneath it is on, which gives it a power into this, which turns this one off. Just like a lever would. Then you want to put a block above that. And then you want to put a torch up there, which is on because it has nothing to do with it. But when you turn this lever down to turn it off, it turns this one off, it turns that one on, which turns this one off. So then when you decide to run your redstone there's no redstone signal to turn the lights on over here because the lever is down. When you flip the lever up, it turns the first torch on, it turns that torch on, which turns the redstone on, which turns the lights on. Ha! Yeah, quite a few times I've seen that, but I wouldn't use it before because I had a different method of doing it, but which was stupid because I was just doing what I knew. But I'm like, this is so much easier than what I was doing, and it saves up so much space because like I did over there, I did here I did the shower thing right next to the light switch, and they're not interfering with each other, so I could turn the lights off and the shower thing won't open. I could turn the shower on, the shower comes down, and it doesn't turn the light back on. So they're right next to each other, but they're not bothering each other, which is showing me that I'm saving space. So now what are you doing?
No.
Why'd you put this here? Why'd you do that? Well, we passed 2 hours, so I'm going to end the stream here. I'm going to continue playing, but I'm going to end the stream here. Thank anyone for watching. Keep tuning in. I'm going to try to do a lot more videos, because we did like a whole month of hiatus. We were off and we weren't doing anything. But, you know, I've started back on. Me and Ali and Brown and Miller, we all, you know, did survival. And you know, having fun doing that. We're doing some GTA videos. We got a lot of stuff planned. We're gonna plan some stuff out. Trying to do a lot more videos. Trying to, you know, give you some more exciting things. We have a lot of fun. Today was a learning day, learning and teaching day, because finally my brother got Minecraft. When you keep telling somebody that a game is awesome, but it's hard to express it because it seems like a kiddie game. But, you know, this game is just, there's so much to it. It's far more than just a kid game. Like, this thing has a great following. Like, they have a whole, like, Minecon. Like, they do Comic-Con, they have Minecon every year. So there's a huge fan base, a huge following, a bunch of grown people. And, you know, this redstone stuff is very complicated. There's a lot of things that I have no clue how to do, because it's just too much, and I gotta, like, learn it. I need somebody to step by step sit and teach me. You know, it's hard watching tutorial videos sometimes because you're not really learning it exactly too much. You know, you're following steps and not learning what it is you're doing. You know, so it's a lot for kids to learn. So this isn't just a kid's game. But he finally went and bought it, which is great. I'm happy. I guess seeing the Fallout pack was the cherry on the sundae, the icing on the cake. But yeah, so thank everyone for watching. This is Papa Man 44, and I'm out. And I'm hungry, and it's really late, so maybe I'll get a snack.